Okay, well here we are again with Abigail again, and we're going to do two paintings. We're going to try and do two in one day. God, wow. It's bad enough doing one, isn't it, Abigail?
Yeah.
And they're not just little paintings, they're big ones. And Abigail's got two ideas. She's got this one,
For that friend.
and we've got a giraffe and a lion she wants to do for her friend. So what we've done is on the computer we've taken a giraffe and we've taken a lion and we've cut them out and squeezed them together to make a composition. Here they are now. So now we're just talking about the composition, Abigail, and we're looking at the photographs on the computer. Right, finished, you've seen those compositions now. So that's what we've got ready. That'll be our first picture we're going to do today. And then secondly, we've got this great big one, haven't we, Abigail?
Yep.
And where is it of?
Cat Bells.
And where's Cat Bells?
Hill.
In the Lake District, is it?
Climb in the Lake District,
Yeah.
yes.
One of their favourite places, they want this for their house. So Abigail's going to come out from behind the canvas and stop hiding. Hello, Abigail, there we are. I've got a picture. And she's going to paint these reflections. And again, we've taken a picture, and on the computer we've taken the top half and then flipped it and reversed it to make the reflections larger so it fits the canvas better, to make a whole reflection of Cat Bells Mountains in the Lake District. And we're going to be doing with that.
Before, all the reflection was just like all like.
That's it, mirrored, aren't they? And we're going to use the sponge roller again, and we're going to use some sponges, and we'll do different techniques on that as well. So we've got to hammer into that because we've only got a few hours today to get these both done in. So
And then we're going to start
really
the barbecue.
Yeah, barbecue after that, that's right.
Yeah.
We're going to really work hard today, aren't we? Oh dear. Okay, let's get going then. So we've got our canvas there ready, haven't we, Abigail? What I want you to do first is take off the top of the paints.
Where? Here.
Yeah. And do we need any more? I know we need at least one more colour. What other colours do we need in there? There's not enough white, is there? No.
Yeah.
So down on the floor there, there's some boxes of paints. Find some white, please.
I'll try.
System 3 heavy body whites. That's it. That's the one. That's it. Open up the lid. Just flip the lid open and see if you can squeeze a load more white in for me. Can you do that? No, there's not a lot left, but there's enough. You squeeze it right the way down like a banana out of a skin. That's it. That's the way. That great stuff. Well done. So get the load out because we'll need a lot of paint today. Our palette of paint. We've got lots of colours, and the brushes are over there, and our sponge rollers over there to mix. And we're going to be painting onto that canvas there. So the first thing you want to do is to mix up
white, I'd say white and light blue because it's quite...
That is, it's well a little bit of, yeah, it's almost a greeny tint, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll take a great big brush, this one.
Big brush. I said that was good.
Yeah, to mix our colour with first of all. So I'm going to put a bit of water in there, a ton of white, and let's have a look at that green colour. No blue, it's a blue green. Just over what this one here, don't we? That one, I think, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
But it's not quite. That's what we call a very warm blue. Do you know what I mean by warm blue? It's got a sort of fire. It's a reddy blue. If we take some of this cooler blue here, which is more acid blue, look at that colour.
Oh.
Now, isn't that closer?
Yeah, that's better.
So the two blues together give us that colour that we want, don't they?
Yeah.
So a little bit more of this one, not much. And it seems strange, but a wee touch of the pink. Now look at that. Isn't that a lovely colour? And isn't that the colour that's there, look? Yeah?
Yeah, it is actually.
So now, a bit of water in there. And we need to just dampen our sponge roller just to get it going. Okay? That's right, like this. Now we've got to roll it through here. Now what do? I roll it through the brush like that.
Yeah, because then you can get out of the paint.
You remember, don't you? That's it.
Yeah, I do.
Oops, need mixing up again there, look. Of course you remember, do you? You're that clever. Right.
Wow.
Now we have to put that. Now you've got to paint the whole of this. So here, all the way through. Go around the shape of the. We're going just into the tree a little bit, yeah, just into the tree here, all the way down to here, all the way across here, all the way through here. So all of those areas, so you might have to move that a bit, alright? See how you get on. Roll it really hard, that's it. All different directions. Right down to there, yeah. Go carefully around the giraffe's neck now. So, no. You can do it that way, but you're better to use the roller like that, going carefully. Yeah, that's it.
I don't know how I'm going to get in between that.
Oh, you'll use the edge. Now you see we've got a corner of a roller here, so if we use the edge of the roller, look, we can just go in there, use your finger, touch it out, go round, go round, like that, right down to the edge. Don't matter if it goes slightly over, we don't want to be under there, we don't want any white showing through, so we can just see around that, look. Okay?
more white.
No more white. That'll be all white.
Make sure you cover all those areas. Just get rid of this.
Teach your friend to do that. You know you're covering it.
We'll come over the tree a bit because we want the tree showing through. We want the light showing through the tree.
Yeah.
You see this down here? We can mix that colour and not waste all that blue. So I'm going to come back to my palette just to show.
Palette.
The palette, that's French as well, isn't it?
Palette. What's
So
that in
it's
French?
not blue, it's going to be a sort of browny grey colour, isn't it?
Yeah.
So let's add some, what we call yellow, let's got some yellow ochre. Yellow ochre to that. Here's yellow ochre.
I think it was like the next 2 days. I still had that paint on my arm from last time.
Good, put some more on.
No!
Right, come on then.
It was yellow last time.
Right, that's too blue, isn't it?
Yeah.
So let's add some pink to it.
Pink! I don't really like pink.
I like pink. Well, this is called magenta, so it's a different sort of pink.
Yeah, I like magenta. I like dark pink.
Yeah, it's a lovely, rich, rosy pink. Now that's a nice colour, look at that.
Yeah.
And it's got that sort of blue haze to it. Do you know what I mean by that? A little bit of yellow into there.
No.
Well, it's like the light is shining in the background. Now we've got that, we're almost there
It's
now.
supposed to look like that.
There we are.
It's just supposed to
Show it to, that's a good idea. There we go.
It's just supposed to look like that.
That's it, yep, okay.
Then I.
So that's about the right, do you think it's about the right colour? Look, yeah, it's not far off, is it?
Yeah.
Let's try that anyway, we'll try it out first. Bit of water in there. Now, we don't even have to clean the roller because it's in similar colour, because we're mixing with it.
Yeah.
Let's see if that works.
There.
Let's see if that works. Back up to the painting again.
I've got that song to
Now you've got to be careful now because you don't want to lose the Leon.
Leon.
That's better, look, it's not far out. A little bit more yellow, yes, just a little bit more. That's better. Now, oh look at that colour, that's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
so
better.
carefully then, around the Leon.
Leon.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say that.
You did, didn't you? You nearly guessed it.
Leon.
And now this is where you've got to use the edge of the roller. See, if I do the edge look, I can just come around a corner.
Creative.
What I'm going to do after this is going to get one of the canvas that I brought and I'm going to sit outside and just...
After this? You've been doing 2 paintings, you won't have time after this.
Yeah, but I'm not going to put it on YouTube. I'm not going to put it on YouTube.
You're talking too much, not doing enough work. Come on, get some work done.
I'm not going to put it on YouTube.
Who isn't? What, yours? No, you won't have time
I'm
for
going to
another
sit
painting today.
outside with a canvas and just
There
go...
won't be time. You're going to be so busy doing these 2, you don't have time for that.
I will.
You certainly won't, trust me.
I always have time.
Sure.
Shall I tell you what my time schedule is? Monday, brownies,
Doing
Tuesday,
this
horse riding.
today is your time schedule.
Wednesday, Napa, musical theatre and drama. And the Thursday, orchestra. Friday, family time, movie night. Saturday, which is today, what is it, swim lesson. And then Sunday, I shoot not most of the time, but sometimes I do allotment.
Watch the legs, we don't lose the legs here.
Don't lose the legs. He always lost some of his head. Sugar coming round and you're not good for it.
Just boil that roller a minute again, because what you're losing here is that leg. You showed me just now, you were quite right, you can use the roller that way a bit, look like that. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
Right, so now can you go around that lion carefully?
Yeah.
Could you go right, yes you can, around his neck here, put some more paint on your roller and go sideways carefully around the neck. That's right, so you need to use a corner, you're getting them good. You need to use a corner of the roller just a bit more. See, I'm using the edge of the roller, pushing that way a bit more. Just backwards and forward until it reaches down to the tree. We've got to get right down to that tree there, right at the tree. So to get that darker grey, we'll just mix a little bit of purple, a little bit of the deeper purple and some blue. These paints are really solid. It's so hot today, these paints are wanting to go solid and a wee bit of green. Right, again we bring through the roller, just through the colour, so we're gradually going a bit darker. We're going from our lightest to our darkest colours. And
see something suspicious outside in the chicken pen, can I go have a look?
yeah, don't worry about doing that. Let's concentrate what we're doing here.
With
Right.
fuzzy chicken.
So we want this darker colour of the tree going in, and again we've got to get rid of all of the white. So we're going to go right down to the giraffe like this.
Don't forget you some utensils.
And gently, so I see on the edges, look, I'm going a bit lighter, aren't I? Yeah. So we go heavy where it's white and where the tree is heavy. Yeah, heavy there. And when it comes out to the edge of the trees, I'm going to use the edge of the roller to give a spiky
To make
feel.
it
Like that tree, a spiky feel. So heavy there and spiky there. So I want you to come all the way through here, down to here, right down to here, right through all the white, that's it. Now spike at the edges. So see here, look, see these bits of spike on the picture? Down here, all those spiky bits. So a little bit, so use the edge of the roller, so like this.
Yeah, like that.
That's it, like that little spiky bits down there, heavy there, and then spiky bits down here, out there. And I don't know whether you can be this careful, but you've got to try and paint in a bit of the
tree.
The tree, indeed. Now you've got to be very careful just using the corner of the roller to start putting in these dark shapes of the shadows like this. That's it. A little bit low there, but I'm just bringing around a bit. A little bit darker under here. We just smudge it with our fingers. Use the fingers as well, look. So these, they're just giving an impression, aren't they? They're just giving an impression of the colour. They're just getting the feel, not actually doing the detail, just getting the feeling of it.
It looks weird.
That's right. So now I'm going to ask you to take a paintbrush and just paint in some of these areas. Now, we could use the paint that's already in the palette, so this light stuff here, can't we? So if I just wash that brush off.
Yeah, because if you like water it.
Just a little bit of that, yeah.
Like, it'll make
So we'll take a slightly smaller brush, maybe this one here.
There you go.
That's it. And we'll mix that into the paint here. And I want you to come back over here and paint in carefully around these bits, alright?
So like the white
Like
bit.
that's where all the bits haven't been done properly. Painting carefully. You can see the shapes here. Roller's ready to go again. That roller's ready to use next time. With all those painted in carefully in between the tree. That's lovely, Abigail, that's right.
So I'll paint like all those blue bits.
Now what we're going to do now is, you see on here, these bits of grass and stuff.
Yeah?
I'm going to put a little bit more white, so a bit of white, a touch of it into this lighter colour. And I want you to come across with the tip of the brush, and you see there's lines of grasses. I want you to come across like this. I haven't painted these out quite properly yet. You've got to get rid of these bits of white. The tip of the brush, you're using the flat of the brush, use the tip to come across thinly like that. Not the flat, the tip, okay? Try the tip sideways. There we go, and across the line, that's it, that's good. And lower down here, maybe there's another line or so down here. Just check the picture and see, get your hand off it and have a look, see there, look.
Yeah.
So you do those. With all of those. The next job is to start painting in the colours of the giraffe and the lion.
I think we should start off with the
Giraffe, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's the background colours that we're going to write first. Now, we've got two choices on the giraffe.
Yeah.
We either, on this giraffe, we've either got to paint the light background in and then these dark shapes on top.
That's what I'd do.
Or we paint the dark background in and the light shapes behind. So you think the light colour?
Yeah, light go behind.
The dark on top.
Because like, you'd probably be able to see the dark on top of like.
So if I mix that same white with that colour there, I want you to paint the whole, oops, that's the wrong colour, where's that come from? I want you to paint that whole light colour right the way across the giraffe there.
All of it.
All of the giraffe with that. Careful on your edges. Now you see, you're not being
I
careful.
went a bit.
Yeah, you ruined it here. You've got to paint carefully with that. Now what you didn't do, you didn't put any water in with your paint. A little touch of water. And don't get too much paint on your brush.
Yeah.
Are you painting carefully?
Right, these two legs.
Difficult. Let me just help you with those two
Thank
legs.
you.
Yeah. Now, what we do, Abigail, is we use, I'm showing you this now, but we use the edge of the brush like that to get the verticals. So I just bring it down like that. But we're going to have to cut back in. In other words, I'm going to have to paint this background colour back in around these legs to make them right, aren't I?
Hello.
Right, so there's our basic shape of our giraffe. What I've got to do now, and you've got to do, take this darker colour again, go back to it. We've got to come back in and cut around.
Yeah, because like all the white bits we don't want.
We don't want these raw lights. No, I'll mix the colour for you. We'll work it out together. Right, do you see where things are going now? Look.
Yeah.
So I've got the basics of just where they're going. But you're going to have to use a smaller brush to paint all of these shapes in. Now this colour down here, look here, that's sort of got a lot of blue in it again, hasn't it? Let's take the purple and a little bit of this blue.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Pokemon sound. Take me outside.
Right, take a big round brush now,
Yes.
and I'm going to make up this brownie colour that you were just talking about.
Yeah.
So let's have a look. It looks like a bit of that red, doesn't it?
Yeah, that red, and I think some of that.
So you want to just aim the camera down to the palette for me?
Yep.
You can do that. Down onto here. Tell me when you're there. We're there?
Yeah.
Right. So we'll take some of this alizarin crimson, it's called, and a little bit of burnt sienna, I reckon.
Burnt sienna.
Yeah.
What's burnt sienna?
Burnt sienna is this one.
That one.
Now sienna is the earth from Sienna, that's where it came from. So the brown earth from Sienna, which has been burnt to make it a reddy brown. That's the idea of the colour.
Ah.
So we've got that going on
Yeah.
here. So we can come back up to there now. Into the camera work. Here. Yeah. So we've got a reddy colour going on here. On the back of the neck of the giraffe, carefully.
Yeah.
Just there. So you've got to paint these shapes in all the way down here, and they go right to the edge of the giraffe, look. Now this is where you make or break. This is where you show everybody in the world and your school if you can concentrate or not, and how good an artist you really are without my help.
Oh God.
Yes, no swearing now.
I'm so scary. I won't be able to do it.
That's what, well, this is it. There's the shapes. Now, Abigail, this is your big artist challenge. Here's the brush. Hold that in your left hand and see if you can paint those shapes in for me. I'm going to go away totally and see how you get on.
You're not going to go away totally.
I'm going to go away totally because you're going to do those shapes for me and see how good an
Probably
artist
not
you
gonna
really
get
are.
even one
I'm going to
done.
zoom in slightly. If you really make a mistake, we can paint them out later. Now see if you can paint all. So how's it going, Abigail? Again? Oh look, it's turning into a giraffe. Fantastic. Yes. Make sure you've got enough water on your brush. It's getting too dry. That's it. A little more.
I've had to I did a little one, so I have to
Oh, that's good. Don't forget they get.
blend it.
These shapes get very big up here. They almost close up together, don't they? There's a lot
Yeah,
more.
that's finished.
You reckon? Good. Yes, just about, haven't we?
Yeah.
So we've got to go start around those now with the brown. So you see all these brown shapes around it, look. So we take the same brush, because I'm in the same brush. Get that brush washed. And I'm going to mix you a little bit of a browny colour now. So what do you think, this one?
Yes. This one and like a bit white.
Touch of white and a touch of pink.
Yeah.
It's pink here.
There's
No.
a little bit of mauve.
No, I don't think, well, just try this first. Carefully. Well, that's the right colour, isn't it? Glazing. You can see where it is. You can see over the top. Use the brush quite bigly. That's, you can use your finger too if you want, just to smooth it out.
Okay.
There we go. Getting the feel of the giraffe.
That's mainly all where I can see it.
Yes. It goes right down. All the way down almost to the middle of its tummy, look. Right, there we go. So that's called glazing. We can make glazing lighter or darker. We can make it stronger. Paying attention?
Yeah.
Good.
We're making it stronger to like add more paint. Like
That's
add more
right.
brown.
That's right. It's much stronger over
Yeah.
the dark here. The eye
see, like, on
is
here.
darker.
You can see it
So I
on
just want to
the tip
bring
of
out
his
these
ear.
little dark bits. The mouth, bring
Yeah.
up here, the nose. So we've got to get the shape of the lion just right. We've got to adjust it. So look at the photograph carefully. Make sure you get it perfect. Doing all right. You've got the lion shape perfect. Well, I can see lots of white paint.
Yeah. That's
So
right.
you haven't got it perfect. No, you've got to get the whole shape. Look, a minute. Does that look like that? No. It's bigger down here. You've got to get this shape like that shape. Right down to here.
That's done.
Right, I'm just going to cut around the outside and bring these shapes back a bit again. Nice
Fine.
and as right as we can. Right, now having got the base colour on of this lion, we've
Right.
got to do the darks, and that's the hard
Yeah,
bit, so I'm going to
the
start you off
darks.
on that. Now this is a sort of purple brown again, it's a similar
Purple
colour to the
brown,
background
yeah.
here, yeah? So I'll take that same deep purple, a little bit of the deep blue, if we can still get some out of it. It's getting so dry.
I'm back.
Right, so I'm going to start painting in some of these darks now. I'm just indicating where things are so you can paint the details.
Yeah.
You're going to paint these darks in, look, wherever they are here.
I'm going to get it in the right
Look at the photograph, look at where the bits of grass are, look at the shapes, how thin they are. Don't use a big, heavy, thick bit of the brush, use a thin bit in the brush. Like you can paint, thin you can paint, yeah? It's not great big fat. Use the tip, little bits of leaf, little bits of grass, the tip of the brush. Not these huge marks like this. Yeah, make the marks about what's here. Go on then. Now make the marks about what are there. Think. Don't be lazy. I'm watching.
Okay.
Come on, get some paint in your brush and do it. Down, lower. It's all the work you're doing is nearly all down around here.
Okay.
Right, I'm going to help you now with the lion. The lion now we need to make some lighter marks, and it's actually a slightly lighter yellow. So what I'm going to do is take some white, a little bit of that lemon yellow, that yellow ochre again, put some orange in there, but I want it quite light, because what we're going to do is just pick out the lion's nose. That's it. Right, so we've got to come down just around his eye here. We've got some of that orange because you've got to link the two together, coming into the giraffe too. So I'm going to take a little bit of that orange. I'm just to link the two together, otherwise they're going to be too separate. It'll look like a sore thumb instead of a giraffe. But you can see the line now, can't you? So we've got the darks just to bring it in there. Now that line is almost there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do we need any more dark on the tree? Yes, that's the next thing. So I want you now to come back to that tree and very carefully, don't overdo this. Don't overdo this. We're going to come into this tree and you see there's no darks here. There's all bits of dark like that. The branch itself coming up through here, these little twigs. See how delicately I'm using this?
Yeah.
I want you to paint these little twigs in. All through here like this. It's called a rigger brush, and this is the one that makes the very thin marks. But you just do a few more of the bigger ones first. Make sure you've got enough paint in the brush. Like this and through and down. Just little twigs coming out.
I'm not a very careful person.
But you're going to have to be now. Otherwise you're going to spoil your painting. It's only just to rest your hand on here. That's it. So you can just rest you can bend your fingers if you want, but use the blade of the brush. Remember? That's it. Not against your finger. Just like this look. So like that's to steady me, so I don't go like that. It's just to steady me like this, and I can do a thin line. Yeah. It's just to steady my hand. So put that against the canvas, left hand against the canvas, and that's the way. Look at that. Well done. You've learnt that trick. So those little branches in. Now the tree actually has a slightly green tint to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So let's take a slight glaze of green, shall we? And we can use, where else can we use that glaze of green? Can we see it anywhere else in here?
Well, all I can really see the top where the sun's reflecting off it. Down there.
Areas like that. So what we'll do is we'll have a very thin, this deeper green here, look, this sap green we call it. And I'm going to just take the green straight as it is and use it thinly and just work in a thin glaze, not all over it, just in places like this.
Yeah.
Mix it in the glaze, that's it. So mix that green, that's right, that makes it so it's thin enough. If it goes on too thick it'll look wrong. Right, you've got all these greens all the way across here, look, right the way through here. That's the way, you put it right across behind the tree there, behind the tree, go right through the tree, behind the tree, out to the right hand side, keep going all the way across. Go on. That's right, we just take a wet tissue, we just lift it out a bit too strong now. Just to give a tint, there we are. And it's amazing, isn't it? Now go and stand back and have a little look at what we've done, because you need to stand back and have a look sometimes at the work you've done. Well, that looks good, doesn't it? So we're almost there, I think. We'll just need to add a bit more green even into this. We need a bit of green tint just to link it together. Well, that's almost got our picture there, hasn't it?
Yeah.
In fact, we're about happy with that, aren't we? With that one?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've got to get on. But you've got one more thing to do, to sign it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not easy, so you've got to put your signature with this little brush here.
Yeah.
Get these brushes washed off as I go solid. Done it?
But Abby too, because that's what
That's alright, that's fine. Okay. Right, so
this painting is for one of my best friends called Poppy. I've known her since nursery, and she's moving into a new house, and she asked me for this to put in her new room.
And you've enjoyed doing it?
Yeah.
Different, isn't it? Been hard work, hasn't it? No. Anywhere else? The next one down a bit. Yeah, that's right. And underneath that banana, a little bit. Careful. Look at the object you're painting. Don't paint it where it isn't. No, stop. Not too much there. It doesn't come up. A little bit around here it does. Look at the melon. That's it. Look at it. Put the colours where they are, and it'll work. That's better. Yeah, does it come a bit? It comes a bit more into here, though. So just come around that bit, a bit more there. That's better. Now come and stand back and have a look. Beautiful. And so after doing the demonstration and the lesson, we can have a relax.
My better half. Or do you want me in the better half?
Shut up! This is the good end. This is the good end.
I want pork chop. I want pork chop.
Is that? I'm just waiting to see if this is hot. Yeah, that's peri peri.
We're waiting for bits.